We will head into a sudden death double overtime, and Pittsburgh really working the disc around. Huge fly there, and that is a goal to start off the game. Nobody on the mark there. Rocco gets there eventually. Now a deep shot going up for Anson Reprimand, and he's got the goal. And they look deep for Reprimand, and it's easy to see why.
Well, certainly, and he's had a lot of playing experience.
And Jurek's going deep. They don't see him. Now they do. But he's got it over the hands of Vukovic, number 31. And now Jurek fires over to the handler, Will Brandt, and he's got the goal.
No excuses. And in my chat with Andrew Gardner, the GM, before the game, he basically told me that, I mean, these calls, we can't be concerned about it. We just have to focus on playing well.
And that's exactly what they did there. Max Shepard finds himself in the end zone. They were double teaming him up top and both let him go. And Max Shepard scores. Disc held up in the air long enough for him to get the goal. And
we found that out last year, didn't we? He played defense quite a bit. And then later on in the season, they shifted him back to his normal role on the offense, where he feels most comfortable at, and he just really excelled. I mean, I think he surprised a lot of people last year, but
D
wow!
In the end zone by Vanoka, and another D there by Van Busen.
At the end of last week's game against Indianapolis.
Absolutely, and Minnesota will look to limit those this half, and a good start there. A turnover by Pittsburgh, and Minnesota really needs this game to keep pace with Chicago along the top in this division. Pretty bad position, trying to work the disc out of their end zone. They do by finding Will Brandt. And Michael Jordan looks deep. He's got Quinn Snyder. The disc sits a little bit. Pittsburgh is there, but Quinn Snyder says, no biggie, I've got it. And he takes a bow.
He's the leading goal scorer last week for the wind chill against the AlleyCats, and
over in the far corner. Not quite in range to take the end zone shot, but now they will. Leonard's going for it. He makes the layout grab. And a beautiful throw by Jordan Taylor. And Isaac Leonard, the Minnesota State Mankato product, makes the Thunderbirds pay. Not exactly what you want to see, but if they do turn the disc right now, it could be fun. But they do not. They make a nice throw in to number 23, Chris Graber, who looks up. Mattis is there, and Ward makes the D. And it went over both Pittsburgh players there. And Sam Ward gets another D. We'll take a look here. That disc stayed up. Absolutely, and now less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. Quinn Snyder's got the disc. He's looking for Ward again. Could be bookends.
But he's denied in the back of the end zone.
Van Busen sends it up to Alan Gruntz. And now they might go deep again. Van Busen does. Might have gotten a little effect on that by Sam Ward. And Vanoka goes up for it. And a D there by Brian Vanoka, making his case for the All-Star game this year. They miss out on another break to Minnesota. It might be over, especially with how Minnesota's been able to maintain possession so far to start the fourth quarter. And Mattis with a D there just jumps the route, as we might say on the football field. But Vandy Mortel gets it over to Paust, back to Vandy Mortel and Paust. And Paust goes for the scooper to Mattis. And that's bookends. And Zaccardi's got the disc near the end zone. There's been a couple blocks by Minnesota in this region. And they almost stall, but gets it back to Bustamante, but he drops it. Minnesota looking to put the nail in the coffin, or so it would seem, on this. If they can score here, Vanoka, he's got a man deep. It's Jordan Taylor, defender closing in, and he makes the grab. Crowd goes wild. And that was a great effort by Alan Gruntz of the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds. He ran for about 40. And Paus and Tome Green playing the 1-2 game, and Paus sends it up to Sam Ward. He's running for it. He's fast. He lays out. He makes a grab. And that's a break for the wind chill. And you got to clap for that. And CJ Colecchio knows it.
Great sportsmanship from Colecchio, but that is a phenomenal play by Sam Ward.
And he got beat by speed. And look at this throw by Paus. It hangs in the air towards the corner of the end zone. Ward has the space, makes the layout grab, and we've seen a couple of those today.
Full extension all the way through.
And that'll do it here in Minnesota. Beautiful night for Ultimate in St. Paul, and beautiful defense by Minnesota, holding Pittsburgh to 3 goals in the second half.